It's January 23rd, 2026, and you're listening to AI Pulse. We're here to cut through the noise and give you the AI news that actually matters.
All right, let's just jump right in. And today we have to start with the money because the numbers we're seeing, well, they're absolutely staggering.
So, our first story is all about the money. And, the floodgates are wide open. We're looking at a full-blown billion-dollar battlefield for AI supremacy.
Okay, first number up. $41 billion. Let that sink in. That's what SoftBank just poured into OpenAI. We're talking one of the biggest private funding rounds in history. This isn't just some casual investment. This is a massive bet that AI is, quite literally, the future of everything. And it's not just them. Right on their heels, you've got Elon Musk's xAI, which just pulled in a cool $20 billion. They completely blew past what they were even asking for. That tells you just how much confidence investors have in what Musk is trying to build. Now, this next number is on a whole different level. We're talking $500 billion. That's the estimated price tag for a project called Stargate. It's this massive AI data center that SoftBank, OpenAI, and Oracle are building together. Seriously, think of it like building the entire highway system before everyone has cars. It's the absolute foundation for everything AI is going to do for the next decade. So what does all this investment actually do? Well, it creates some absolutely mind-blowing company valuations. Take a look at this. OpenAI is sitting at around $500 billion. You've got Anthropic at $350 billion, xAI at $230 billion. This isn't a market anymore. It's a coliseum with just a few heavyweight gladiators battling it out. And you can bet this kind of spending is kicking up a lot of dust online. The community is really split. On one side, you've got people like this Reddit user, Okialili, who are basically saying, "See? Told you so. If you thought this was just hype, look at the money. It's real, it's serious, and it's here to stay." But then, you've got the other side of the coin. A lot of people, like user NoAward947 here, are just looking at these numbers and shaking their heads. They're saying, wait a minute, $500 billion for a company that's still burning cash like there's no tomorrow? This is getting ridiculous. It's that classic debate, right? Is this real value, or are we in a massive hype bubble? Only now, it's a $1 trillion question. Okay, enough about the big money for a second. Let's bring it back from the boardroom right down to your desktop. Because all those billions, they're funding a whole wave of new tools that you and I can actually use. And here's a perfect example of what I'm talking about. Remember studying for the SATs? For most of us, that meant shelling out for expensive prep books or classes. Well, now Google's Gemini has a tool that offers free AI-powered practice tests. You get instant feedback, personalized study guides. This is a total game changer, making something that used to be a luxury available to pretty much everyone. And this goes way beyond studying. For anyone out there who doesn't code, listen to this. There's this new idea emerging called vibe coding, and it's powered by tools like Google AI Studio. The idea is you don't write code, you just describe the vibe you're going for. You explain the idea, and the AI does the heavy lifting. The code, the visuals, all of it. How cool is that? And here's why that matters. Logan Kilpatrick over at Google DeepMind put it perfectly. He said, we're moving from a world where you write every single line of code to one where you just orchestrate. You're the conductor, not the musician. This just blows the doors wide open for creativity. Anybody with a good idea can now potentially build something amazing. This stuff is even showing up in places you'd never expect. I'm talking about classic apps like Microsoft Paint and Notepad. Yeah, seriously. You can now use AI in Paint to generate coloring book pages or get Notepad to summarize your text. It's becoming baked into everything. And when a technology gets this universal, well, the fight over who controls the hardware that runs it all starts to get really, really intense. So let's do that. Let's zoom way out, from our own computers to the global stage, because AI is now right at the heart of a new kind of arms race. And it all really boils down to this one single question. Who controls the foundation of AI? We're talking about a high-stakes chess match between world powers. And the king on the board? It's the specialized computer chips, the hardware that gives AI its power. The fight to control the supply of those chips is really heating up. And this whole situation is getting super complicated. Check out this timeline. First, the US puts in export controls, basically saying, no more of our best AI chips for China. So what does NVIDIA do? They get clever and make a slightly less powerful version, the H200, just to keep selling in that huge market. But now, and this is the latest twist, China is reportedly blocking the sale of those chips too.
NVIDIA is getting squeezed from both sides, which probably explains why their CEO is in Beijing as we speak, trying to figure a way out of this mess. And this arms race isn't just about physical chips, you know? It's happening in cybersecurity too. It's this constant cat and mouse game. Bad actors are using AI to launch smarter attacks. And so, on the other side, companies are building defensive AI to fight back. We're talking AI that can spot a problem before it's even exploited, or stop an AI-powered attack right in its tracks. So, okay, we've got massive investment, we've got new tools for everyone, and we've got a global arms race. So, where's all this headed? What does tomorrow actually look like? Well, if you ask Elon Musk, the future is coming fast. He was just at the World Economic Forum and made a prediction that's frankly pretty wild. He said that by next year, AI could be smarter than any single human. And in 5 years, smarter than all of us combined. Just think about that for a second. And he's not just talking about some abstract intelligence in the cloud. No, he's talking about putting that intelligence into physical bodies, humanoid robots. He laid out a pretty aggressive timeline for Tesla's Optimus bots. Right now, they're doing simple factory work. By the end of this year, more complex stuff. And by the end of next year, 2027, he thinks they'll be selling them to the public. From the factory floor to your living room in just 2 years. And it's not just Musk thinking about hardware. OpenAI is getting in on the action too. And get this, they're working with Johnny Ive, the legendary designer behind the iPhone. The plan is to release their first hardware product later this year. The rumor is it's a screen-free device that fits in your pocket. This could be the beginning of a whole new kind of gadget. All right, futuristic robots and gadgets are cool, but let's bring it back down to earth for our last section. How are businesses using AI right now? Not for some far-off project, but to actually make their companies better and more efficient today.
Here's a fantastic case study. It's a fintech company in South America called New Holdings. They use AI for pretty much everything, deciding on loans, handling customer service, you name it. And the result? Their cost to serve each customer is just 90 cents a month. 90 cents. That's how they're able to scale so quickly and efficiently. It's incredible. And here's the thing. This isn't just one company. This efficiency play is happening all over the place. You see it with Amazon using AI in its warehouses, with United Health using it to manage healthcare costs. What was once a niche technology is fast becoming the standard way to run a smart, efficient business in basically every industry.
So when you step back and look at it all, the crazy money, the global power struggles, the new tools on your computer, the robots that are just around the corner, you realize the pace is just relentless. It's accelerating every single day. The AI future isn't something we're waiting for anymore. It's happening right now. Which leaves us with the big question, doesn't it? Are we ready for it?